Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the news. Here are the headlines of the day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets eminent economists at Niti Aayog ahead of union budget. 4 FIR filed against NGOs for unauthorized checking on migrant labourers, informs Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. Meghalaya government dissolves State Housing Board, gives VRS to employees. Government increases amount of Meghalaya Day Award to 2 lakh rupees. And Meghalaya government approves SOPs for time-bound recruitment and promotions. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is interacting with eminent economists at Niti Aayog in New Delhi today to elicit their views and suggestions ahead of the Union Budget 2024-25. The budget session of the Parliament will commence on the 22nd of this month, and on the 23rd, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will present the Union Budget 2024-25 in the Lok Sabha. It will be the first budget presented by the Modi government in its third term. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma yesterday informed that 4 cases have been registered by the police regarding the recent checking of papers of labourers and also the alleged assault by NGOs. Addressing the media after a cabinet meeting, Sangma clarified there is no work permit in the state for migrant workers, but there is a mandatory registration of such workers with the Labour Department on implementation of the ILP in the state. Sangma said the Assembly has passed a resolution for the same and is now waiting for the centre's approval. On the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act, he said the bill was sent by the Governor to the Ministry of Home Affairs, which returned it with suggestions for amendments to be made.
Has been asked to immediately act and file cases, and as I mentioned to you, 4 cases have been filed.
So indeed,
we will take up, as I said, the matter at the contractors level. But again, I'm reiterating that there's a process to do it. You complain to the government, to the department or the particular labor officer or to the minister concerned, but you cannot go and take the law in your hand and check, is what I'm saying. We had taken this issue up. We had we had passed the amended act, and Government of India and the governor at that point did not give the assent. So therefore, yes, we would be following it up and seeing what way we would be able to balance out between the concerns that MHA has raised and yet achieving the objectives that as a state government we would want.
The state government yesterday announced its decision to dissolve the Meghalaya State Housing Board and to spend Rs 7.42 crores for granting voluntary retirement scheme to 18 employees of the board. Addressing the media after chairing a cabinet meeting, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma informed that the cabinet has approved this particular proposal to dissolve the Meghalaya State Housing Board and to grant VRS to the 18 employees of the board.
Decision to dissolve the Meghalaya State Housing Board and of granting the voluntary retirement scheme to the employees of the Meghalaya Housing Board. As you're aware that this is a long pending decision, and a lot of the employees in the housing board have been requesting that this be done at the earliest, and the cabinet has approved this particular proposal to dissolve the Meghalaya State Housing Board and to grant voluntary retirement scheme to the employees of the Meghalaya State Housing Board.
how many employees, sir?
There are 18 of them.
The state government on Wednesday approved the amendment of the guidelines for the Meghalaya Day Award. Speaking to the media, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma informed that the government has decided to increase the amount of Meghalaya Day Award from 1 lakh to 2 lakh rupees. He also informed that the government is also now broadening the entire process so that more people can recommend names directly through the online system. An individual can recommend other individuals through an online system like it was done for the Padma Shri and other national awards.
have decided to increase the amount of award from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs. As you know that this was done last in 2013. So therefore, we feel the amount of 1 lakh may not be significant or sufficient. So we have decided to double it. So now from 1 lakh, it will be increased to 2 lakhs. And number two, we have decided to also make the applications now online.
The State Cabinet has approved the standard operating procedures for ensuring time-bound recruitment and promotion in the different government departments. Addressing the media after meeting yesterday, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that SOPs for time-bound recruitment and promotion have been finalized by the Cabinet and it will be implemented by the different heads of departments as well as the different recruitment agencies. He said the MPSC, the DSCs or the Department Selection Committees will be given specific time to fill up those vacancies, conduct examinations and declare results.
We have come out with standard operating procedures for conducting exams, declaring results and advertisements and intimation of vacancies to be done so that the recruitment process is done in a much faster manner. So all the different departments will be asked now to ensure that the vacancies that are there should be intimated within a specific period of time. Supposed to get those promotions, we have figured out a process and a standard operating procedure where departments have been asked to do this entire exercise every 6 months, and different processes to be completed way before the person retires, so that when the person does retire, the promotion and the promotee is ready to take the space so that there is no gap between.
The State Cabinet yesterday approved the proposal to provide an option to petrol pumps to clear over Rs 38 crores pending dues in installments. Informing this after a cabinet meeting, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said there are petrol pumps that have not paid their dues due to poor financial situation and their interests are piling up. Sangma said the number of installments for each defaulting petrol pump will differ based on their dues.
Program with the different petrol pumps, where we are freezing the interest amount and the principal amount and then dividing them into equal installments. Depending on the amount that is due, the installments will differ. But the idea being that we are giving an option to the petrol pumps to be able to repay the amounts of the tax that they're supposed to pay, which they have not, some of them, amounting to close to 35 crores. And with interest, it's about 3 crores more. So about 38 crores is due.
Public Health Engineering Contractors and Suppliers Association has urged PHE Minister Marquis N. Marak to allot the works of Phase 2 of the new Shillong water supply scheme to the local contractors who are capable to undertake the tasks and should not be allotted to persons, firms, companies or any other kind of agencies from outside the state, stating that the new Shillong water supply scheme Phase 1 with a total value of 538 crore rupees has already been allotted to a firm from outside the state. It may be mentioned that the Phase 2 of the scheme with a projected amount of 1,062 crore rupees and which is yet to undergo the tendering process. The Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council has referred the Delimitation Committee's report, which proposes readjustments to the 29 existing constituencies, to a select committee for further review. This decision was made on the first day of the council's summer session, as most members felt that they had limited time to study the recommendations. Deputy CEM Pinchngan Aim tabled the report and introduced the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Constitution of District Council Amendment Rules 2024 yesterday. The select committee will be headed by the Deputy CEM as chairman. The Delimitation Committee of Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council held its second public hearing on July 9th at the District Library Auditorium, Joai. The outcome of this hearing revealed that 90% of the attendees were opposed to the committee's new proposed constituencies for the JHADC. The same public hearing was held today at Clariot West for 10 constituencies which are under East Jaintia Hills. Pip Lingdor, 76 years, from D1 village in the Umden area, went missing yesterday morning on July 8th and has not yet returned. The family members carried out a search for the missing person, but it was unsuccessful. The secretary of D1 village, Sterling Kimdet, stated that upon receiving the information from the family members, they conducted a thorough search in the nearby villages and surrounding forests. Despite their efforts, they have not yet found. Kimdet added that if she is not found today, they will lodge an FIR. In football, England has advanced to the UEFA European Champions 2024 finals after a thrilling 2-1 victory over the Netherlands in the second semi-finals at Dortmund this morning. England's substitute Ollie Watkins found the back of the net in the 90th minute to secure a dramatic victory for the Three Lions. England will take on Spain in the summit clash on the 15th of this month. And now for the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 24.4 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 18.7 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 88%, while it was 82% in the evening. The recorded rainfall was 0.1 millimeters. And the forecast says moderate rain and thunder shower are likely to occur in most places. And before we wind up, here's a quick look at the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets eminent economists at Niti Aayog ahead of union budget. 4 FIR filed against NGOs for unauthorized checking on migrant laborers, informs Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. Meghalaya government dissolves State Housing Board, gives VRS to employees. Government increases amount of Meghalaya Day Award to 2 lakhs. And Meghalaya government approves SOPs for time-bound recruitment and promotions. And that is all we have for you in the news bulletin today. Do join us back tomorrow for more news updates. Until then, good night.